Welcome to Planet MicroCap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me today is Patrick Blott. He is the chairman and CEO of Intermap Technologies. It's a publicly traded company. I got two symbols for you: IMP on the TSX and ITMSF on the OTCQB. And Intermap Technologies will be presenting at our upcoming investor conference, the Planet MicroCap Showcase Vancouver, in association with Small Cap Discoveries, taking place at the Fairmont Waterfront, Vancouver, September 25 and 26, 2024. For more information to register, to meet Patrick, to see the Intermap presentation, please go to planetmicrocapshowcase.com. And with that, Patrick, thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
Hey, Robert. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It's great to have you, and look forward to meeting you in person in Vancouver. So, look, I'm fairly new to the story, so I'm assuming some folks who watch our channel may have heard of Intermap a little bit, but either way, can you start us off with that quick overview and history of the company?
Absolutely. So Intermap is a geospatial intelligence company, and we focus on creating and selling what we call elevation data, terrain data, and we do it on a global scale, and we do it at an exquisite specification, military specification, at a resolution that you really can't get anywhere else at the scale that we provide it. And we sell these products to governments. We sell them to commercial enterprises in a couple of key verticals, typically where people have global scale or country scale kind of problems that our data can help them solve. So if you think of the last time you got picked up maybe by Uber on the wrong side of the street, that's a data problem. That's a poor in terms of the navigation data in the app. That's low quality data. That's why that kind of stuff happens. So we provide exquisite global scale, high resolution terrain data for things like consumer apps navigation, for things like government mapping and disaster management and planning, for things like flood and hydrology measurement, risk measurement, insurance underwriting, this kind of stuff.
Very good. And thank you for that full overview here. So you kind of touched on my next question a little bit, which I love asking about, what makes you guys unique and different. But based on everything that you just said, I'm curious how, in your opinion, Intermap got this to be, as you say, this exquisite data set, and being able to have this technology for all the geospatial that's better than everything out there. How did you get there, and how is it also protected from others that might think, hey, this is an awesome space, like why not me take a shot?
Yeah, super cool stuff. And there's a lot of bright, shiny things out there. But I think first and foremost, the most important thing to know about our company is we're a dual use company. So we are a company that prepares and works with military technology, which we own, which we developed, which is regulated, which is in some cases classified. And we have over many years earned the right to dual use, to dual apply these technologies to commercial products and applications. But that's a very core both capability and asset of the company. Because once you have dual use technology to create this stuff, one, it's really hard to do. It takes a long time. Intermap, by the way, we can trace our history almost over 100 years. It's a long evolution to be able to do what we do. But number two, because it is military technology, you can't just do it. You need permissions to do it. You can't just compete with us. You can't just copy us. It's a very important moat that we have that goes along with everything we do.
Absolutely. And, man, I have so many more questions, but I know we got to keep this tight. But, real quick, for what was your background prior to becoming chairman and CEO here?
I've been in this industry now for about 15 years. My background, is government and finance, and I got involved in geospatial with another geospatial company which focused on sea. And that company was, in fact, it invented sonar technology. So if you think of radar in the ocean, ping radar, that company did it, and it was focused on sea. Intermap, by comparison, is focused on land, shoreline, and space, and air and space. And so we do that. We have proprietary sensors exquisite military tech sensors. We have proprietary platforms. We fly Learjets. We have a very proprietary data archive, which, as I said before, has been built over decades and has the world. And we have proprietary software processing, AI-driven technologies that allow us to create these data products which people buy. So all of that stuff, in addition to our dual use mode, is what allows us to do what we do. And I had experience with that from where I was chairman of this company that did sea-based, and it was also a dual use. And that company sold command and control software into the entire U.S. military and NATO fleet. And so I understood the dual use concept, and I understood how we could apply it to this company here when I joined Intermap probably 6 years ago now.
Very good. So Patrick, final question for you here today, two-parter. From what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts now for the rest of 24 going into 25? And what would you say are those 1 to 2 reasons for why folks should want to meet with Intermap and see your presentation in Vancouver?
Yeah, so a couple of things. I mean, it all comes down to revenue and growth and contracts. I think right off the bat, I mean, we won the largest contract in the company's history, just awarded 1 quarter ago with a very important large government in Indonesia, the largest outside of China in terms of growth and in terms of a credit rating, and fantastic story going on there on the ground. And so that we're executing that contract. We've won contracts with the largest, again, in the last 6 months, largest space-based communications operator in the world by far. And I can't say who, but everybody knows who. And it's so we've got this traction backed up by hard dollar contract awards, which we're executing on. And you can see it if you look at our financials. We're going from, basically we're up on a trailing basis from the year end last year. We're now halfway through the year, and we're already up 3x. So these numbers kind of speak for themselves. Number one. Number two, the reason this is happening is because people are now acknowledging and purchasing what we've done in terms of fundamentally changing business model here. It used to be geospatial companies go out and they either collect or they manipulate data and then they sell it by large area, by kilometers and this kind of stuff. What we do is we sell points. We say, hey, what's your business problem? How can this data help you solve that problem? And we're going to let you tap the data that you need, the specific data, the value added data that actually solves this problem, instead of forcing you to go buy swaths of stuff that go on your shelf or that never get seen again, right? So it's that ability where we took exquisite data, bundled it with very sophisticated and super cool software, and allowed people who weren't typically geospatial people to access this exquisite data to solve problems, and then only purchase the data they need as a service. So that shift in the business model is really taking traction now, and that's the reason we're getting these wins, is because we figured out how to bring it to market.
Well, geez, I have a million more questions that I'm sure we'll definitely, hopefully, I'll have to have you come back because I have a million more questions, but I guess I'll have to save them for Vancouver and ask you in person. But with that, Patrick, where can our audience go and find more information on Intermap?
So Intermap's public company, IMP on the Toronto Stock Exchange. We're on the big board. IMTS on the bulletin board in the United States. We're a public filer, so you can go to SEDAR, find all kinds of information there. I would guide people to our website to start. There's a great deck there. This is an overview of the company, sort of describes what we're producing, what it's used for. It gives you a good concrete sense of the value proposition, and happy to talk to all of you in Vancouver. Looking forward to it.
Very cool. And that's at intermap.com. So Patrick, thank you so much for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. Good luck, stay safe, and see you in Vancouver.
Thanks a lot. See you, everyone.